Ridley Scott really fumbled the ball on this one. It was a fabulous mess.
Damn, damn, damn. It's showtime.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Nita, your favorite diva, and I am back to review The House of Gucci. This is based on a true story adapted from a book titled House of Gucci. It's directed by Ridley Scott. I can't even put Sir in front of the name because this movie, it was not deserved, y'all. You guys. Starring a star-studded cast: Lady Gaga, Adam Driver, Al Pacino, Jared Leto, Jeremy Irons, Jack Hudson, and Selma Hayek. Now, is that a cast or is that a cast? That's a cast, baby. It is classified as a crime drama, clocks in at a whopping 2 hours and 37 minutes, and the synopsis reads: when Patricia Reggiani, an outsider from humble beginnings, marries into the Gucci family, the unbridled ambition begins to unravel their legacy and triggers a reckless spiral of betrayal, decadence, revenge, and ultimately murder. Woo! Child. And that is all I'm going to say because this is your spoiler free review. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. You know we do. I watch movies so you don't have to. I give you the good, bad, and a little bit of everything in between. No spoilers, of course, and let you know whether or not it's no or go to see the movie, which is playing in theaters exclusively right now. Let's start off with the good. The ensemble cast is really good here. They showed up, they came to play. They are doing their very best at what is given. There are some standouts, of course. Lady Gaga, it's Lady Gaga for me, and Jared Leto. Now, unpopular opinion, that the tone that they brought to their roles in the movie, I think that's where they should have leaned in to that camp. They really should have leaned in for a better story structure. I'll get into that in the latter half of the video in my cons. I really enjoyed the first half of the film, building on the love story of Patricia and Mauricio. Don't that name just sound? It just drips rich, baby. It gives rich, Mauricio. It was sweet. It was.
There was a technical difficulty editing Nita here. I was talking about their love story. It was sweet, it was believable, and I just wanted to make sure I got that thought out. So there you go.
Amused at their first love scene. Oh my god. I was like, yes, yes, get into the camp of it all. Get there, go there. That's where we need to go. This is entertaining. I love when she met him and when she heard his last name was Gucci Baby, all you could see was dollar signs in her eyeballs. She did a fantastic job. The things that she did, her facial cues, and the choices that she made as an actress. We really know uh, A Star Is Born. I thought that was her standout role, but because I felt like in A Star Is Born she was kind of playing to her strengths, and that movie was kind of like tailored just for her, I felt like she was leaning into familiarity. So I think this was a great challenge for her to act. Yeah. So yes, I enjoyed the particular issues that they brought into the story about the lead character. I was interested in how the empire felt about certain things like replicas and bootleggers. So I'm glad that they tackled that. Unpopular opinion, I enjoy Jared Leto's portrayal of Apollo Gucci. It gave me some people say they felt insulted. You know, people can be over the top and flamboyant. I don't know what Italian, the way they talk, I'm look, listen, I don't know for sure, but I don't think that there aren't people who really talk like that. So I mean, it just kind of felt like, they just wanted something to be mad about as far as Jared Leto and his portrayal. He was the black sheep of the family. They really did him so bad. I felt so bad for him. I enjoyed the chemistry between him and his father Aldo, played by Al Pacino. It was undeniable. I really, really liked it. He always had this little thing. He would call him an idiot, but he would hug and embrace him and say, "But you're my idiot." And that was just like, and, it sounds bad, but it was cute. It was sweet. I think it could have been explored more. Excuse me. I also like when Jared Leto played off of Gaga's character because, like I said, they have that banter, that chemistry that they bouncing off each other, and they're in the same movie. While some of the other performances are very subdued and maybe we don't need to be with them for a whole time, but like whenever the movie was about Patricia, it was so entertaining. She brought the thing to the thing that the movie needed. She was bringing it, and everybody else was just kind of not there. And well, anyway, okay, let's just get into the cons. Okay. Okay. Unfortunately, Sir Ridley Scott dropped the ball on this one. It felt like one of the movies where he had his name on it, and for 50% of the movie, the last half of the movie, he fell ill. He wasn't there. He had somebody step in, but because he did majority of the movie, they still called it his movie, baby. I don't know what, because I stand Ridley Scott. I stand him. I love Ridley Scott. He has some hits and misses. I'm not saying his whole filmography is top tier, but for this point in his life, I think that he is at a point where we would get more hits than misses. But I don't know. The execution was not good. I was totally disappointed in the direction of this movie. The marketing told us, the trailers that I liked told us that it was going to be a very feverish, fast paced, campy epic of the rich and famous, the rich, powerful, and famous. We're going to have betrayal. We're going to have revenge. We're going to have this. We're going to have that. I thought we were gonna go for the Wolf of Wall Street, and what we got was something very dull, very bland, and just a lot of fluff. So yeah, there's so much that I did not like in this movie. Like I said earlier, the movie struggled with tone, which made it some parts a roller coaster, with the highs and the lows and all that stuff, which usually happen in the first half of the movie, first and second act of the movie, and then it became a slog fest to get through. I know I yawned at least 4 times in the theater. The pacing was horrible. The second half of the film was a disappointment because it had a really good build up, and the ending kind of felt so rushed and so unsatisfying, and this kind of left us with a few cards at the end explaining the outcome. We didn't see like how this affected the child. We didn't see anybody's reactions to what happened. Like, I was like, what are we doing? Like, no, this is not what we. I digress, y'all, because I'm about to go on a tangent because I'm just so. I was disturbed. I was mad. They smashed a long span of time in this movie. I want to at least say 15, maybe 20 years. And there were some drastic things that happened, and it just felt like the transitions just like make it make sense. Like they were unearned. It came out the blue. We didn't know what was going on. Like it was one where the Gaga said she was pregnant. The second one, she had the baby. The third scene, the baby was 6 years old. I said, what? I don't know. It didn't. It was no clear markers and where we was going and what we was doing. You just couldn't follow the realm of time that we were playing with here. There were a lot of scenes that could have been cut. The editing was so horrible. Like, scenes were too long. We lingered too long. It was too much going on. It was nothing going on. Like, it was just like there were scenes that were too long that could have been cut to keep it moving, and then there was so much that wasn't explored. The movie was very frustrating like that. The editing, the direction, the script, the main thing holding this movie, that was the main thing holding this movie from being great. That's it. So before I give you my overall thoughts on the House of Gucci, I'm sorry y'all, I went on that tangent. I hope I ain't blow your ear. Your ear. I feel it in my chest, like I had just got so worked up. My bad, y'all. I digress. Before I give you my overall thoughts on the House of Gucci, make sure you follow me on social media. It's right there. So my overall thoughts of the House of Gucci, the actor showed up, but because of its vague script and lazy direction and poor editing, it felt like it didn't know what story it wanted to tell. It felt like a messy, lifeless drama with some camp that told an eccentric story in a dull manner that ultimately collapses the film on its head. I truly wanted to love House of Gucci, but it was the biggest disappointment for me this year in the execution. I give House of Gucci a weak 3 out of 5. I really want to say 2.5, but I saw something. It was something there. I think with a different story structure. I think with some more of the resolution. I think with some faster editing choices where it's not just like drawn out. This movie easily, if you wasn't going to add what was necessary, it could have been an hour and 45, an hour and 50 minutes. It didn't, it was overindulgent. And so no. There was something good in there, but for execution, it's a no. Forgettable at best. Yikes.
Damn, damn, damn. Woo.
So for my diva recommendations, oh yeah, The Godfather. That's what this whole play between Michael Corleone and the brother, and then these two, Mauricio and Paulo. It was similar to how that kind of played out. So yes, another favorite for me, The Wolf of Wall Street, which I thought this was the levels and the heights that it was going to give, and A Star Is Born. So those are my diva recommendations to watch if you like movies similar to House of Gucci. Okay. So if there is nothing else, that completes my review for House of Gucci. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you've seen the movie, get down in the comments, let the diva know what you thought about it. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you indifferent? Are you somewhere in between? Like, did you like Jared Leto? Because that's the question right there. Did you like Jared Leto's portrayal of Paulo? Okay. All right. So anyway, I'm Nita, your favorite diva. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. All right. Bye.